What up, guys? I'm the Godless Engineer, and guess what? It's Christmas week! And for Christmas week, I'm going to be paying heavy attention to Jesus and his birth. So, what's on today's agenda? Oh, well, it's Nativity, and it's alternative. Well, not really alternative, just an alternate that existed prior to Jesus' birth actually being part of the canon and shit. Did you know that the first instance of the Nativity was not mentioned until Hippolytus in 200 AD? Well, if you did, then you just won 3 Christ bucks!
Engineer, a conscious pioneer, a logic general, a reason brigadier. More bullshit from the pulpit. Meet me in the comment section and you get schooled, bitch. The Godless Engineer.
So get this. This is how Hippolytus comes up with the nativity for Jesus Christ, okay? Check this out. So basically he started with March 25th as the day for Easter. Right? Then he did some fucking jigs and some magical flips and whatnot, and he gets that his birth was about 9 months earlier. Plus 30 years. Don't ask me why, I don't get his fucking math. It's magical and shit, yo. And, to be quite honest, the birth of Jesus didn't really become of any kind of real interest to the early Christians until about the 4th century. Coincidentally, this is when the Roman Empire welcomed its new emperor and its new religion. Can you guess what it is? Come on and guess, please. Please comment below with a guess. If you guess Christianity, you won 6 Christ bucks. So, as you know, Constantine here, the new emperor of Rome that I mentioned earlier, who brought Christianity with him, he convened the Council of Nicaea, for a bunch of humans to figure out whether or not God spoke these words into existence. Well, not exactly that. What they were really debating is one question in particular. Whether the divine word that was incarnated into Jesus was actually God-inspired, or if it was just a bunch of his highest and mighty douchebags that wrote it down. Constantine was biased as fuck, though, and he preferred the first option. So, who won out? Well, of course, the one that the fucking emperor wanted, because that's how dictatorships work. So, okay, get this right. Quite literally, the idea that the literal, the Bible is God's holy inspired word, or his God-breathed word. You hear that shit in America a lot. That is, the entire gospel is God-breathed, right? That God spoke it and humans wrote it down. All of that. Right? That one particular decision that has influenced Christianity in a sort of butterfly effect throughout history is based on one biased fuck's opinion. Basically, one biased fuck got up there and be like, nope, this is how it's gonna be. Now whenever I see this particular comment from any kind of Christian that's saying that the entire Bible is God-breathed, okay? God breathed it. It was written down in the Bible, okay? I don't want to hear none of your atheism crap, all right? God breathed it. He spoke it. It's true. Kill homosexuals. And woman, get in the kitchen, make me a sandwich. You understand me? To understand that all of that is based off of one emperor's, biased as fuck opinion about these particular sets of documents is just fucking hilarious to me. Now, it's at this point that Jesus' birth actually became very important to the Christians of the time, because Jesus then became God, or God became Jesus. I really don't know in this particular incestuous nightmare how to delineate that. Because of the importance of Jesus' birth, Christmas began to form as a Christian tradition at this time. Before Christmas, though, there was actually another particular celebration that they used to consider to be Jesus' birth. That would be called the Epiphany, and it occurred on January 6th. Epiphany marks the attempted baptism of Jesus. It's when John the Baptist dunked his ass in water, he came out and he was all glorified as God. It happened in the Jordan River or some shit. This idea still exists in Christianity today. It exists in the form that people think that Jesus was a mere mortal, a righteous man, by God's standards. He was a righteous man and he didn't become Christ or the Messiah until his ass got baptized into the water by John the Baptist, pulled his ass out, and then boom, Son of God, right? I mean, I felt really awesome coming out of a shower before, but I mean, holy shit, boy. Never the Son of God. This concept, though, is called adoptionism. Adoptionism is this harebrained idea that basically Jesus was a righteous man that was adopted by God in order to serve out his plan here on earth to be the Lamb of God and shit. To bleed for other people's sins, whatever the fuck that might be. Now, you may be wondering why this specific fucking date. I mean, January 6th, how the fuck they get that, right? Well, as you would have guessed, they stole this from another culture with another god, Aeon, the Lord of Infinite Time. That's why it's understood that the baptism of Jesus is considered his birth, because it's considered to be the birth of the Son of God. Now, obviously, this aspect of Christianity isn't lost. It's only been incorporated into the many different interpretations of the religion itself. And we know that even though they consider December 25th to be Jesus' birthday, they still celebrated January 6th as like a little Christmas, I think is what the actual term was for it. And it represented when the Magi came in and gave him a bunch of shit. Thank you for joining me on this short Did Jesus Exist today? Be sure to tune in tomorrow when we examine why sodomite police people are going to be taking your husbands and taking your kids, taking your wives. They just taking everybody all up out of here. Y'all come back now, you hear? Be sure to turn